Where do I even plug this shit into?
Wait, right here. Okay, I have an extension cord that like goes here. I just have to unplug something else.
Oh my god. Oh man. Okay, thing is like okay. Oh! Okay, I did it. I was worried that the hot glue wasn't gonna be enough to like stick these on very well, but it's on pretty well. We'll see how it stays on in like a few years, but like, yeah, it's on. Anyways, I'm just gonna start like drawing different things, kind of expanding this image out a little bit more. Speaking of ignorance, I want to talk about my own ignorance in my old videos because during this little break, I was literally considering deleting all my old stuff. One of the things that I want to talk about is my ignorance towards AI, because in that video, I guess I had an opinion, I had a thought, a feeling that I really wanted to share, and I got it out, but I'm realizing that I was looking at it from like one side or one perspective, but I was made aware of a few things and my own ignorance within this topic. The first person I want to talk about is somebody who reached out to me actually shortly after I posted the AI video in the first place. And I'm gonna read what they said. Hold up. I actually want to show you something. It's related to the thoughts from your video about texture and how it's the kind of fingerprint of a human imbued into the work that AI can't replicate. So basically, I collaborate with my friend a lot. He makes abstract, very flow of consciousness 3D models. I take them and blend them together with my own images, and it's certainly unlike blending AI-made images. There are so many more subtleties and unexpected abstractions, like the AI is trying to make sense of the imperfections in its goal of, in my opinion, over perfection. So it's become my process to include at least one handmade image to all blends to add another layer of humanity, despite believing the ideation and insertion process as certainly human, just less like painting and more like directing the collective consciousness. Anyway, and then they send me a few images of their works, and then their message continues. Sorry to overindulge, but hopefully you see what I'm trying to say, that within this medium, of course digital art and AI will always be as textureless as a touchscreen, but there are still many ways to imbue texture and flow into it, and art will never migrate to one medium fully. Always preference-based, on different personalities, or even different moods. Your process, however, I think is safe forever due to the mysterious nature of the human brain. We may have machines that can turn sound into visuals, or even the phenomenon of somatics, but these are geometric, without soul. So they basically use those human man-made elements into their abstract works to create more interesting abstractions, which is a really interesting way of adding that human element, that organic element, into AI works. Which got me thinking, okay, so if people are meaningful with their AI process or meaningful with the digital creation of their project, then that does really hold a lot of meaning. And with that mentality, yes, you can create powerful digital images. But the whole point of this YouTube channel for me is kind of, I want to go back and forth on ideas with people. I want to start conversations about things. And I share my opinions in hope that, I get proved wrong, honestly. And this is exactly where my ignorance lies, because I was under the impression that people were, only using AI art for the simplicity. But then this person right here, I was really able to see from this person's perspective how you can really use the digital process to your advantage. And not only that, but the most important thing here for me is like how they added meaning into their digital process. That's what it was. It's all about the process. And because the process seems more simplified digitally, I was being ignorant towards, how much of a tool it could be for real art. And that leads me into another thing, actually. I actually went back to art school for a term, and only a term. There was one class this term that I actually really did enjoy, and it was a world issues course. It was a lecture course where we were looking at art through a historical context, but also through the context of world issues and how certain art movements either moved side by side with certain world events or helped start change. But we had a final assignment for that course to make some kind of art project and connect that to the content or something that we've learned in lecture. And there was one girl who made a project about AI, and she started off her presentation by saying that AI exists and we can't be ignorant towards it. We can't be ignorant by saying that it shouldn't exist in the first place because it exists. And that was the first thing that hit me, and I was like, oh, fuck, true. But AI, it's artificial intelligence. It can only mimic what it knows from us, from our real intelligence. She did a really interesting play on this where she drew out an image and then described that image to AI and made AI draw the same image. And then she merged her original drawing with AI's drawing and put it together, which ended up looking cool. But I just thought that that was a really, really powerful idea to, first of all, be like, yes, this exists and we can't be ignorant to it, but also we have more control over AI than AI has over us. And I feel like that was a really powerful message and also a really good way of presenting that perspective, with like merging two images together, seeing how we perceive the world versus AI, and then how we are the ones who ultimately tie everything together. I really wish I knew her name, but I really don't. But that was an amazing idea, and that was also another thing that fueled my change of opinion on AI. Because yeah, it exists, we can't do anything about it. Why don't we use it to our advantage? We use it as a tool. I still believe that we should have like laws and limitations in place on AI. I still stand by that full-heartedly. But yeah, that's like the main ignorance that I wanted to like specify. I was so set on my old idea about AI, I didn't even consider the other perspective or the other side of how you can use it to create meaning in art. Okay, I have a little experiment that I want to try. Hold on. So I've been thinking, the people who like to view art in person, or whenever they see art in person, it just leaves more of a lasting impression. I was thinking that feeling, that energy that people get from works, is it the artist's intention? Is it the artist's feelings itself that are getting transmuted through the works? Or is it the way that the viewers interpret the work that creates that energy or that kind of aura, I guess, around it? One artist that I always hear about is Van Gogh. Van Gogh in particular, I hear a lot of people claim to be in absolute awe when they see his works in person. So it's like, what makes these works so great? Aside from the historical context, I'm talking about like this emotion. Like, is it the artist who thousands of years ago put that intention into the piece and it still stays true to this day? Because then, damn, like what kind of crack did he put into his works then? Because it's definitely the artist who's responsible for like properly presenting their idea or like for delivering their feeling. But is it like the artist's authentic feelings that get put into the piece? Or is it like an intention that the artist has to work with? Whether it's like an actual like spiritual energy thing, I don't know. But that's my experiment here. That's what I want to try to figure out. I drew these two images out. One of them was made with the intention that it's a positive piece. The other one was made with the intention that it's a more negative piece. Or not even negative. One's happy, one's sad. And I want you guys to tell me, which one do you think is the happy one and which one do you think is the sad one? Okay, no, but actually, here you go. I made sure to use the same color scheme for both, so you couldn't really tell through the colors. But yeah, which one do you think is the happy one? Which one's the sad one? But yeah, let me know what you think. And if you participate in the experiment, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But yeah, let me know what you think, because I'm here for it. This painting though right here is by far my favorite, because it's like my favorite color scheme, like just the red and blue. And I feel like I merged the other two paintings really well together, and I like how it became like a full composition, because these two paintings were pretty enough on their own, but I feel like they look so much better together. It took me a while. Like this entire time that I wasn't posting, I was basically working on these paintings right here, this painting in particular, because I know I posted the smaller paintings in the other video.
Your partner wants to edge with you all night long. Yeah, hey, beautiful, right? This is what we always wanted, right? But I love this because we have this Landerus, and we're talking about this beautiful smashing edge. That's interesting, right? This is the kind of edge that leads with that smashing, right?